The tendency when you lose a limb is to feel like your life is going to change dramatically, or perhaps even feel like it's going to be over as you know it. Anything is possible. Life doesn't need to be as much of a disaster as people think it is in that moment. My name is Merrick Jones. I've spent a lot of time mentoring amputees and working with people as they go through their initial phase, from having the amputation to getting up on 2 feet and learning how to use their prosthetics, learning how to walk better. And I spent a lot of time doing that in Canada, and this is my first opportunity to come to Cameroon and see how that process takes place here. I was invited to come along on the trip with the Obakki Foundation. They're expanding their programs here in order to help more people. And the Bafut Rehabilitation Center is one of the areas they're looking to focus on. We took a look at the workshop where they make braces for children to reform their legs, and also where they make prosthetics. And that was very interesting for me. There are some really dramatic differences here. The craftsmanship is at a very high level, but the materials are at a very low level. The result is prosthetics that are 50, 75 years behind what we have in North America. Very heavy wooden prosthetics, whereas mine is made of carbon and titanium. They start with a 4x4 of lumber and create a leg from that. The people working are doing the very best they can with what they have. There's certainly a big gap between Western level and what they're able to achieve here. I lost my leg at 21, and I remember very clearly what that felt like, and the process to get my first prosthesis. And so one of the most powerful moments in the whole tour was meeting a 27-year-old Cameroonian man who was getting his first prosthesis. He had had his amputation years before, but was on the very day we were here getting his first prosthesis and taking his first steps. And so I could see in his eyes the same thing that I remember feeling, which is excitement to be sort of back up on 2 feet, but also nervousness about being able to use that new tool. Kind of an emotional moment for me to be able to be here and be a part of that for him. And I could tell that he was very encouraged by how I get around. It was actually incredible, given that it was his sort of first few steps on his leg. It kept occurring to me that there were very easy ways to make an impact. Starting with things as simple as people who need crutches can't always afford crutches. People who need wheelchairs can't always afford wheelchairs. People who need prosthetics can't always afford prosthetics. That's one really easy way that we can help, is to provide funding for that, so that people can get the tools that they need to be able to get around and to be able to function in life. During the tour, we visited all parts of the hospital and saw people going through all sorts of different treatments for various things, from spinal cord injury, cerebral palsy, various types of disabilities and trauma recoveries, amputees. There's really runs the full gamut of just about everything that can go wrong in life is being dealt with here. And it's been a very interesting trip, and a lot of sort of eye-opening things to see, and opportunities to perhaps lend a hand and help.